our neighbors and best friends.
I love my sisters.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Love is kind, love is patient.
Listen up, Cleveland. Listen up, Cleveland.
Welcome to Listen Up Cleveland. I'm your host, Leah Haslage, and we're here today at Tyler Village, located on Superior Avenue, for the Cleveland Flea, a great monthly event that happens where you can buy homemade goods from over 100 local artists.
Since its beginning in 2013, Flea founder Stephanie Sheldon has created a gem of an urban shopping experience, a way to showcase not just the local artists that set up shop every month, but showcases the lesser-known neighborhoods it's held in.
I work with a lot of small businesses, makers, artisans, and they were looking for a place to sell more of their goods and to connect with more of their customers, so that's why the Flea was born. We like to go to neighborhoods that need us, or neighborhoods that may be lesser known, lesser traveled. We started on East 55th, and we're there to sort of do pre-development. So you'll see there's lots of great things happening now there. Tyler Village is another one of those locations that we really want to spur people's interest in and more economic development. I love Cleveland. I'm not from here, and when I moved here 8 years ago, I saw a city that needed somebody like me, that needed others that are dreamers and doers, that really needed people to love it again. And I saw so many people who wanted to make their living here and stay here, artists in particular, creatives. And I thought, this is the city for us to build for them. We started out 2 years ago with 40 vendors, and now we have 137. And we've grown from Sterling's significantly. We've had about 70 vendors there, and now we've almost doubled that here. And we've grown from about 1,500 participants to over 30,000 each month.
Everything from people who do salvage work, where really they pick up an item and see that it is just beautiful and perfect as is, and they bring it and share it, and they do a lot of curating of a really great collection. And then it is people who take raw materials and spend hours and hours and hours totally transforming it into something beautiful. And of course we also have our food vendors who do some of the same on both sides.
So we want it to be a place that changes monthly, right? Because otherwise I think that the sort of feeling of it being new and different might change or might not be there. And so we really want to offer new businesses a place to get their ground, but also we want it to encourage people to come back month after month.
Part of it is a balance game. Certain markets are more competitive than others. As far as like the jewelry market is pretty highly saturated, so we have to be extremely selective with those. And then other vendors, we only need one or two. So it's really about the ecosystem of the Flea and kind of keeping that balance. Something like vintage or salvage or antiques is always, we can kind of always bring those people in because their stuff turns over every month and is so interesting. So it's really a delicate balance.
Truly, we don't have a lot of mom and pop flea markets in Cleveland, I don't think anymore, but we have a lot of makers and artisans that are looking for a place to sell, and they're a little bit different because they curate the selection. They have a really, just a very big standard or a high standard of what their products are delivering. They just may not have, they might not have storefronts, and so, but they have really, really high quality products that they're trying to share with everybody. There's just a resurgence right now in people wanting to do their own thing, want to make their own business, make their own dream life, and we support that as sort of a place for them, as a platform for them to connect with customers so they can do that.
I've been a part of the Cleveland Flea
I started about 6 months into their first season, and I've been a full-time vendor ever since. I think it's basically being a part of the community in Cleveland has been overwhelming because there's so much support and love by everybody, and it's great to kind of help other small businesses grow while I have my business growing as well.
Normally this neighborhood doesn't get much traffic, so I think the Flea is really important. From the city standpoint of exposing people to areas they might not go to. Also, as a business owner, this is probably the craziest show that I do, sales-wise.
I really haven't been to a lot of other flea markets outside of the Cleveland Flea, but the thing to me that feels so great about the Cleveland Flea is that it's such a community. Every month, you know, I am so in the details with these vendors, and yet I show up on site and they totally surprise me. In that, like, they'll collaborate with the person in the booth next to them, and they make friends, and they're really supportive of each other, and they don't really see it as competition. They see it really a lot of opportunity for collaboration, really just bolstering each other up. So being the rising tide.
I love the diversity of people that are here. To me, it kind of feels like you're in art school, you know, because everybody's on the same page and they're really creative and supportive of each other.
Yeah, we call them our frienders, like the vendors that we're friends with. Yeah.
Every vendor at the Flea has their own unique story as to how they got started and what products they offer. But at the forefront for all of these artisans is the love of Cleveland.
So Ape Made, my name is April. My nickname is Ape, and I make all this stuff. It's pretty simple. But now actually I'm training others to help me print because we've grown so much that I need someone else to help with the printing. All our stuff is hand printed, which I think is different from a lot of other t-shirt companies. We print everything manually by hand with humans in Cleveland, so it's cool.
Basically, I hand print almost all of my items. So I do like a photo transfer process. I do wooden prints, I do coasters, I do magnets, and fine art prints as well. Because Cleveland's always a city that I love. I mean, I live here, I'm here like off and on, and it's just a place that I think it's like always that underdog, so you want it to be great, you know? And I love, it's always, there's so much to Cleveland that's iconic that just really inspires me in my work and what I do on a daily basis.
It's hard to name just one reason you need to be at the Flea.
Because it's awesome. There's music, food, beer, just like such a good selection of vendors, vintage. It's like a great day, right?
It's amazing. I think it's a taste like Cleveland like you won't get anywhere else. There's so many different small businesses that don't have a brick and mortar store that have an opportunity here to grow, whether it's, you know, great eats or artwork or, you know, great drinks or anything like that. It's all here in the Flea. You'll find it in the Flea.
It's different every month, so I think that we have a lot of people who come back every month. We are working really, really diligently to build our infrastructure so that it's a positive shopper experience. But definitely if you're coming, dedicate a ton of time because you're not going to want to leave. I don't want to leave at the end of the day, and I've been here since 5:30 in the morning, so I doubt you'll want to leave either. We've been, since the day I came on, we've been doing nothing but growing, which is amazing, and I just really am putting my whole heart and all my energy into making sure that that growth is super sustainable, like I said, by really upping our infrastructure so that this is something that the kids, the Flea kids, which are my favorite, that they're here as Flea adults. Like, that's what really, to see them grow up here and for this to be a tradition for them would be great for me. So if we can make that happen, that would be amazing.
You definitely don't want to miss next month's Flea, and for information on date and time for it, visit their website, clevelandflea.com. When we return to Listen Up Cleveland, we're going to make some stuff ourselves over at Glass Bubble Project in Ohio City. Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Woo! I came just as soon as I heard the news.
While you're enjoying that midnight snack, tune in to watch the best B-movies on Cleveland Classic Cinema.
What began as a silly party given by an eccentric has now involved us all in murder.
I ain't right, I'm just scared.
With host Nick D'Amico.
It's always good to know that.
Only on TV 20, We Are Cleveland.
Listen up, Cleveland.
Welcome back to Listen Up Cleveland. We're here in Ohio City at Glass Bubble Project, where we're gonna feel the heat making some fun and unique gifts.
Artists Mike Kaplan and Chris McGillicuddy started the Glass Bubble Project in a repurposed garage space on West 25th Street back in 1998. Owner Mike Kaplan fills us in on how he got his start.
I took a couple classes at Kent State, 2 semesters, and started to learn how to blow glass. And I'm a college dropout, not proud of it. You know, I really did like college. But anyways, it happens. I was working for my father, and my cousin, who also blew glass, said, oh, we should start our own studio. And he pointed out the West Side Market area as a really cool place. We first built all of the equipment, and that took 2 years because we didn't even know what we were doing. I mean, we didn't have formal training on anything. And we probably did it for about a year or 2, and then blowing glass, teaching ourselves, just doing paperweights, growing into the blowing part of it. And then we started advertising in the back of the Scene magazine. I grew up in a junkyard, and I learned how to use a torch. And my best friend at the time knew how to pour cement and do a little electricity. And so we started building our own equipment. And I had a little bit of training at college at Kent State through Henry Halem. And we just sort of remembered what we knew and just sort of took it from there. I mean, it took a long time. I would have learned a lot faster if I just took some classes, but that wasn't my style. Well, I sort of fell into it. I never really thought of myself as a business owner. I was just doing art, and it became a business. I mean, I'm proud to be one. You know, right here, I'm part of the West Side Market area coming up. People thank me all the time for being here, and I'm like, well, I didn't mean to, it just happened. So you're welcome.
Education is important to Mike, and he shows it through offering programs for students and by teaching glass blowing daily to any aspiring artist.
Back about 12 years ago, a Cleveland school art teacher got a grant. She started bringing school students to take classes on welding and glass blowing, and we would start making projects. And maybe it only lasts a couple weeks. Students are awesome. They're fun. You know, put a little music on and they're dancing around and all helping each other. And they come in here and it's a little dangerous. It's hot. And I don't know what it is when they get out of their normal environment. They say please, they say thank you. They're really courteous to each other. They're helping each other. Like we offer a class for an individual. You could be 5 years old or 105, but it's $125. You'll make 3 pieces. And if you only want to make 2 pieces, it's $90. And if you come with a large group of at least 5 or more, you can do a single piece each. And you know, that could be during the Halloween season, it could be pumpkins or Christmas ornaments or whatever. We do sun catcher classes and torch working classes. You can make beads. So we've really expanded our classes a lot lately. We do welding classes, because we do more than glass blowing here. I also learned how to weld back at the junkyard. And so we do custom signs, plasma cut it, and weld it together in different layers so they're really dynamic looking. I bought another building that I want to expand our welding into because we need a little bit more room. And I would love to see more and more Cleveland schools trying to bring, you know, students to do stuff they would never get to do in school. You know, it only takes a day. They could come in, do a little glass blowing, try a little welding, and if they want to, they can get a grant and hopefully, you know, really do a big project and really be proud of it later. We start slowing down the classes in May, and then June, we just blow glass for fun for ourselves, which finally, because we do classes all year. And then we're gonna be shutting the furnace off for the summer and taking it out to the medieval fair in Geneva. So we'll be the glass blowers at the Geneva, it's called the Great Lakes Medieval Fair.
Another great aspect of Glass Bubble Project is the focus on sustainability.
We've been doing recycled materials since the start because I grew up in a junkyard. So I've been making sculpture and whatnot out of recycled materials since I was a kid. So that's, I would say that 99% of what we do, the glass, the metal, is all recycled. I mean, really, it's great. Everyone's supporting local. There's so much great stuff going on locally anymore. It's like, you gotta be a part of it. It's fun. Everybody's proud of Cleveland.
When we come back to Listen Up Cleveland, Mike will show us the process of blowing glass, which, by the way, is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be, but so much fun.
Listen up, Cleveland.
The first time you ride the RTA Health Line to University Circle, you may wonder, what should I do with my bag? Can I put it on the seat next to me? What if someone wants to sit there? Will they just scooch it over? Ask me to move it? Is there a please move your bag signal that I'm unaware of? Maybe my bag is taking someone's regular seat. Maybe I'm taking someone's regular seat. Did I just set off a regular seat chain reaction and now everyone's mad at me? Or is this my regular seat? Yeah, I could get used to this. It's easier than you think, Cleveland. RTA, get ready to ride.
Listen up, Cleveland.
The first thing you want to do is stick it straight down and blow through the pipe. Make sure it's not clogged up. So go ahead and heat up just the tip.
What are some safety tips that are like key for people when they come down to do classes?
Don't touch anything hot.
What about clothing though? Like I put my hair back,
all right,
obviously because of the heat and everything.
Nowadays, everybody's got plastic clothing. You definitely want to wear cotton when you're coming down. But we've never had a problem. But it's always, yeah. But I think if you can, wear loose cotton. All right, pull it out. Let's see if it's glowing. It looks good. All right, so let me take this a second. Okay, see how it's glowing a little bit orange?
Yeah, it's like a reddish color.
Just a light red, cherry color. Okay, do you remember how to gather?
I do.
All right, let's see.
All right, let's go gather. It gets super
That's good.
hot.
Okay, pull it back and slide your hand forward. Slide your hand forward. There you go. Tilt it down a little and go straight to the bench, but tilt it down. You need to let some of it hang off the pipe. Okay, you're just gonna turn while you blow. Turn, you gotta turn. Just keep some pressure in that pipe. Use your cheeks. It's not easy because it already got so cold once. Okay, go heat it up again. It just started to come out.
So this heating process is just kind of melting it and molding it, correct?
Yeah, you're reheating it. It cools so quickly. In the furnace is 2100 degrees. And if it cools to like 1200, which it does very quickly, come on out. then it's almost too hard to blow anymore. So go ahead and lay down. We've heated it up to about 1500. Hold it there and just blow. Here comes the bubble. There you go, keep it going. That's good, stop. You gotta stop as soon as I tell you or else you'll blow it too thin. We're letting it cool down. Just dip it in the color a little bit gently. There you go. And that sticks to it. Okay, go heat that up.
What's the most common mistake people make when doing this?
Stop turning. They stop turning because they don't know how to keep it on center because it's always moving at different rates based on how hot it is.
What's the most common thing people make, want to make?
Well, it's really smart to do something simple. So like a drinking glass, a vase, or a bowl is what we like to start people doing. But some people come in and they want to do a blowfish or, you know, some crazy thing, you know, like we'll help them make whatever they want. Okay, tip it straight up to your mouth and keep turning and blow. And just don't stop turning. We're gonna make a shot glass. Oh yeah, that looks great. Okay, that's cool. Now, did you see it expand?
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, heat it up. And this time, let me show you how you're gonna do this. Like a pendulum, you're gonna come out and you're just gonna start swinging it like this, and that's gonna elongate it. We're gonna make a nice shot glass for you to party with at the back at the station. All right, come on out. Swing it straight down, go. Really go, like, yeah, give it some power. You wanna make a big shot glass.
While I do this, right?
No, you don't have to turn. No.
Just do
okay,
this.
now we're gonna heat up and blow it again because you wanna make a double shot, don't you? All right.
Why not?
Heat it up.
What do you think is the biggest misconception with glass blowing?
The biggest one is people think they have to blow really hard. You just have to keep it hot and just puff it. You just keep some pressure. All right, come on out with your cheeks and it'll just blow into it. I'll show you later a trick. Yep, blow it. And just keep the pressure in your pipe. Don't blow real hard. You're gonna take these called the jacks.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
And do you see the tip of the pipe?
Right here?
No, it's right there.
Oh, right here.
So you're gonna actually open them.
Okay.
And you're gonna just touch the glass. You're not gonna squeeze. And you're gonna spin it on there. I'm gonna bring it out. It's gonna be real hot. So it's gonna be very soft. So you just touch the glass, and as I turn, it'll scratch a line all the way around.
To make it easier then to separate?
Then it'll break, and we'll break it there. Everybody loves this part. Okay, so be very gentle. Go ahead, do the jacks like I showed you. Just squeeze it very gently. Okay, now you got a line started. Go harder.
Go harder?
Yep. So what I want you to do is go get a punty. Go get one of those solid rods. Dave's gonna guide you.
Solid rod.
And go make a very small gather of glass. Okay, I want you to point towards me. You know, go over there and point it towards this. Okay, easy does it. Well, I'll guide you in. Okay, now you're attached to me, okay? You're gonna, don't push in, just turn. Now I can let go, you're guiding this, okay? I'm gonna cut this off of here, and it's gonna be in your hands. You ready? It's not heavy. Go heat that up. That's called the transfer. You're gonna just slowly open those as you're pressing down.
So this way?
Yep, but be gentle. And I'll tell you if you should go harder. Okay, ready? Go ahead in the hole, and that's it. That's a little bit rough. You see that though. So go down, press down. Okay, that's good. You opened it. Anyways.
Oh, it looks cool though.
Channel 20.
Our first
What do you
official
say?
drinking glass.
Get it live or?
Listen up, Cleveland.
Listen up, Cleveland.
Thanks for watching Listen Up Cleveland, and thank you again to our guests, the Cleveland Flea and Glass Bubble Project. Make sure you follow the Cleveland Flea on Instagram and Twitter at Cleveland Flea. And for more information on Glass Bubble Project, including hours of operation and how you can sign up for classes, visit their website, glassbubbleproject.com. Thanks for watching TV 20. We are Cleveland.